Welcome. Please take a seat while we prepare you for this marvelous journey we're about to embark on together. This is the journey of house music with Home of DJs. This is the journey of house music with Home of DJs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are cleared for takeoff. Let this musical journey begin. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Home of DJs Sunday Night Chat Night. Sunday, June 14th, I believe.
I lost track of the dates, man.
Yeah, it's Sunday, June 14th today. Sunday night, another edition of Sunday Night Chat Night here at the Home of DJs. I would like to welcome everybody that's joining in. And as usual, you're sitting here with us now around our table. We are welcoming you to our house. And we hope that everybody is going to be comfortable in our house and be respectful as well, please. Let's respect each other. Let's respect everybody around the platform. Let's respect everybody that's listening, everybody that's in the comments. Let's try to be respectful to everyone, not just us, but everybody. As usual, I'm sitting with my co-host here. I am Regalo Senior, aka Mpo, and I'm sitting with my co-host as usual, Mr. Kaifus, aka
Solo, man.
Solo.
Yeah, good evening, everybody, and yeah, welcome to another fantastic night. Seeing Post very sharp with the dates there.
I'm trying, man.
For me, it's a long weekend, so I deliberately decided to take a sense of time out of my head. And yeah, I hope that you will have a great night as we envision this night.
Yeah.
We hope to hear from you guys, to be part of the conversation. It is basically what it's about. And yeah, welcome everybody. Let us know where you are. Let us know if there's anything that is not satisfactory with you so that we can correct that. So yeah, man, just open the floor for the guys.
Yeah, man. Yes, like Solo. I don't know if I should call you Solo or Kaifas now. I'm confused. You're confusing me, man. You need to decide.
Whichever you like, man. Whichever you like.
You need to decide, man. Yeah, guys. Like I mentioned, this is Sunday Night Chat Night. What this day is about is purely about having a conversation with all of you. It's about discussing some matters of interest. It's about just engaging and getting to hear one another, getting to get people's opinions and experience. That's basically what tonight is about, and we usually want to encourage everyone that joins in. We want to encourage everyone that joins in. We'd like to encourage you to be part of the conversation. This is a whole table. I always say this. This is a big table, a round table. And we are all sitting around it. And we try to make sure that everyone that's sitting around it gets a chance to actually say something. And this is the chance. So, yeah. And also, as usual, we're starting off with one of this previous week's exclusives. This is the mix that we promised everybody last Sunday, as I recall, which is like, it sounds like 2 days ago as usual. But yeah, man, this is the mix that we promised you guys that we're gonna deliver. This is a fan-made mix. Appreciation mix for Home of DJs, just to show us and everybody that, hey guys, we see what you're doing and here's some little appreciation. This doesn't come from an upcoming or a known DJ or whatsoever. Just someone that loves music purely and just loves being around people that love music, and they felt that they need to do something to show their appreciation. Sure. And wow, we totally appreciate that. And wow, the mix is...
I was blown.
Crazy, man.
I was blown. I was blown.
I mean, it's crazy. So you DJs out there, you guys are in trouble.
Yeah, look, I was thinking that this guy maybe I might have to pursue him.
Yeah.
To sort of do more of this.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to sort of be in the production side of commitment or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
But every now and then, I think I need to pursue him to
just surprise
to
us.
Put something together, man.
I'm worried about my fellow DJ friends.
I'm
this gentleman put together some serious bazookas. I mean,
absolutely.
Damn.
He's dropping some hydrogens, and I liked every bit of it, man.
Yeah, man. And the plan, basically, as usual, is to try and get hold of the gentleman or gentle lady that organizes the mix for us for that week. And yes, the plan is to try and get him to join the conversation, just to pick his mind a little bit. Just challenge him a little bit, because obviously there was a whole lot happening in his head, and we want to hear that. And yeah, again, welcome guys, welcome Temba, welcome everybody that joined in. Welcome Stuma.
I see you, there. I see Temba is there. I see Ticket is there. Good evening. I saw Joel is on the line. Yeah. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, so look, I can't take this, man. The background music is good, and I think you should drop that, man. I think you should just drop some hydrogens there.
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, we go in there, but at the same time, just so that we don't forget, the idea behind tonight, and everybody, I mean, that's also listening in and watching. This mix is already live on Mixcloud, and hear this, and if you'd really love to just check it out and listen to it at your own time, please feel free to do so. And yeah, you can download it and listen to it offline as well, so
sure.
Yeah, don't mind. There isn't any copyright issues whatsoever. Yeah, man. Let's drop a little bit, and we'll come back.
Yeah, explosives, man. Yeah, welcome, Mike. Welcome, Mark. I'm good. I'm glad you could join us. Yeah, so take it up, man. Take it up.
Yeah,
take it up.
We're still here.
Take it up.
How's it, Pharrell? We see you there, man. How's it going? Welcome. We're still here.
We're still here, my man. We're still here doing it.
We're still here, guys. So yeah, as a reminder to everybody that's just joining in, this is a fan-made mix. One of our good friends and fellow house music lover, he created this one specifically as a way to show his appreciation. And man, we're loving it.
I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. I can never get enough of this mix.
Great.
Every time I listen to it, it sounds completely new.
Yeah, man. Just to remind everybody. I mean, obviously, not everyone is aware of all the happenings around and what we're doing here, and
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just to remind, or rather, just get it out there to the guys and ladies who don't know. So this mix that's playing here, it comes from someone that basically it's an appreciation mix. Yes, the guy is not a DJ, but fellow music lover, and they believe that they would like to share their experience with us. And yeah, and we figured, you know what, this needs to be heard by everyone that loves house music, and give everybody a chance. But basically, every week we release a mix from submissions that are made by DJs and producers out there.
Sure.
So we try to make that part of our podcast, and we've got some in-house stuff as well, which actually we haven't had a chance to release in quite some time.
Yeah. It's a pile up, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a pile up, but I think everybody can actually look forward to like getting some serious bazookas eventually, so it hasn't stopped. We're still recording those mixes. We're still putting them there, and eventually everybody will get a chance to hear them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and also, I mean, it's nothing new. The mixes that we normally put online is the mixes that we record during our Friday night, dance night, or any of our pop-up surprise recordings that we do once in a while. Things that are basically unplanned, and then we just decide that, hey, how about a surprise show now? Let's just throw something in there, and
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, DJs all over and producers all over, and people that are not DJs or producers, but they are basically house. What's the word? Is there such a thing as house enthusiast?
Enthusiast. I think that's the word that is meaning on the trending charts.
Yeah. So I mean, even you guys, you can do your appreciation. You can do you don't have to do an appreciation for Home of DJs, but you can do a appreciation mix for house music or whatever that triggers you, and if it falls within our standards and the requirements that we put out there, definitely we'll consider it for release on our podcast. So yeah, if you have any friends that are DJs or producers and you think that they would make a good fit in actually producing a mix for our podcast, don't be shy to tell them. Get them on board, and let's
this message,
give the guys a chance to share their experience. I mean, it's only fair that we get to give people the time and the ear.
Absolutely. Let the people contribute. That's point number one. The second point is that we want to experience what other people are experiencing out there. If we can bring it here, I think it can contribute to even a larger number of people. So
yes,
that is very much appreciated. So yeah, let the guys on the line extend that message beyond just Cape Town and Joburg. But all over.
Yes, guys, just to stress that a little bit, it's not just Cape Town or just Joburg guys, or just Durban guys. No. This platform is open for everybody, and we take in a lot of submissions, and yeah, through the process that we follow, I mean, there's a whole lot that we actually discover that we love so much, you know, and yeah, and we appreciate that. We don't discriminate. That's the other thing. So as much as we are deep house music fans and you know, enthusiasts or whatever you want to call it, we don't really discriminate when it comes to the submissions to say that only deep house. No, we don't do that. We've actually put it in there on our guideline to say that we take submissions and we don't discriminate. We don't, you know, we don't try to stop people that want to make use of our platform. I don't want to say allow that, because that sounds like like I'm trying to be in charge or something, you know.
Sure.
But yeah, guys, we do accept all the different genders out there. Music is music. If it makes you feel good, don't be shy to share it. Be open, and yeah, man, you can meet your likes out there, which, you know, you never know. You never know how it may go.
I might be that particular somebody's fan.
Is
you
it?
know, just in terms of their work and their taste in music.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't let the guys not be stingy. Let's come together.
Yeah, or shy, you know.
Yeah.
Let's not be shy to express ourselves, and, you know, put yourself out there, and you never know how it can work out, but it's worth taking a chance. You know, take that chance, take that leap of faith, and see how things go. If it doesn't work out, you can always delete the mix. Let's go. Singing and dancing in tune, brought here together by the wheel of house.
What is house music? 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 What is house music?
This is the journey of house music, the home of DJs.
Precepts can help motivate us. They can help guide us when we have to make decisions about important things. Who is it that I aspire to be? That is the question that we should be asking ourselves all the time. What kind of person am I? Who is it that I aspire to be? Aspire to be.
Yeah, guys, we hope that you enjoyed this mix. And yeah, we hope that many of you have taken tomorrow off, just so that you can make your weekend seem a little bit longer. Maybe let us know, guys. Are you working tomorrow morning? Did you negotiate to have this day off? Because clearly it was an opportunity for us to spot. So, I'm not working tomorrow, so the night is still very young here at the table. Let us know, guys. Are you jumping in tomorrow, or you extended to take the 15th so that you can have a quite longer weekend? Some real bazookas, man. Some real explosives.
Serious business.
So the curator out there, thank you very much for this. I'm definitely going to say it again in front of you when we meet again. But yeah, I'm really loving every second of this mix.
It's wonderful, man.
It's beautiful. It's brilliant, man. It's fresh. It's clean.
It's really great. Yeah, guys, I just put the the links there in the comments. So those of you who want to download or stream the mix, feel free to do so. Yeah, at the moment, let's just have a conversation, and then you can download later, if you don't mind. Mpo says voice in drill avutad. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to know. Like what? Mpo, I think you're gonna have to explain there a little bit. Yeah, no, I think trying to explain this some way. I mean, you're not very clear. So yeah, guys, tonight is Sunday night, chat night here at the home of DJs. As usual, we sit around the table and we just have a conversation. And yeah, tonight we're hoping to get the curator of this mix online. Unfortunately, he's caught up with other things.
Okay, yeah.
It's a long weekend, so
It's understandable.
there's a lot happening.
No,
so
it's understandable. It's
yeah,
understandable.
yeah. There's a lot happening.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Mpo.
Sorry, Mpoza. Yeah, Sheba. Next time about the medical sink.
Askis. So yeah, there's a whole lot that's been happening this past week, and I mean, obviously building up from the previous weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, as much as I'm very curious of what the guys want to talk about, but I think that there's a whole lot happening. So despite music, in the music world as well, there's quite a lot happening. There's a whole lot of developments that have happened in the live streaming kind of industry, if you want to call it that.
Mm-hmm.
There's been quite some interesting outcomes, or rather actions, which led to certain outcomes. Yeah, and I've seen a lot of DJs, even some producers. They're starting to actually open up on this topic. This whole issue that we talked about sometime back, a couple of times, to do with copyright content.
Yeah,
And
I think. Sorry to interrupt you. At the time, Francis was really, sort of expressing his disappointments. Before even he could even begin, And I think that is why it was something that was such an important question for him before he could actually even begin to set up at the time that we spoke with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like that is now becoming a reality.
DJs are in trouble. Well, in a way.
Even us, the people that sort of are on the receiving end. I think as well we are in a way affected. Because I mean, look, this is entertainment of a certain choice. So if people land in home of DJs, many of them it would be probably because of the love that they have for the music. So I think it goes for beyond just the DJs. I feel that.
Yeah, no. I understand you there.
Yeah.
The main reason I mentioned DJs is because it seems to be affecting them more than any other.
Sure.
So that's why. I mean, I read an article also that was talking about. I think it's Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
It's also another live streaming platform which, because of copyright issues and all of that, now all of a sudden, a lot of live streamers or DJs that used to do a lot of live streams, they got flagged for copyright, and obviously there's like a strike kind of thing, like
Sure.
rating, like strike 1, strike 2, and then you get to the next one, and then they basically just take down your page or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's hectic. I mean, YouTube has it also. I'm sure Facebook as well has that kind of method, because they basically implemented these methods to try and protect themselves. Because if they don't protect themselves, big corporations like that own copyrighted content, so to speak, they would obviously sue Facebook or Twitch or YouTube. So that's where it gets more interesting, And on some of the comments that I've read as well, I mean, it's very interesting the things that actually people mention about, most specifically when it comes to copyright. Fine, copyright law was written some years ago.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't really it's not really clear in terms of the digital age.
Oh, I see.
What is it that you can do? What is it? Fine, there's some things that they wrote about. If you perform someone else's music, if you if you do a karaoke, you can put the video online. If you do this, but then fine, that was
in those ages.
That was okay then, but in today's age, everything ends up on the internet. Almost everything ends up on the internet, and people now you cannot sit and have music playing in the background, because if you do that, you might end up in jail.
Hectic.
Not immediately,
Hectic,
of course, but
hectic.
basically the consequences, they can lead to that.
Hectic.
No,
you're right.
So I don't know. Those of you guys that are listening here, I mean, we would really appreciate your thoughts around this. What you think about it. What do you think should be done? How do you think it should be handled? Is this a good way to go? Because I mean, Facebook police are everywhere. Some guy called them Facebook police.
They are all over. Yeah, or maybe but
at the same time, it's not something that you can blame Facebook for. You can't blame YouTube for that.
Sure.
They are put in that situation. Companies are saying, if you don't block our content, we are going to sue you.
We're taking you down.
You see? So how do you manage that? How do you deal with that? I mean, it's a very interesting topic, and I think it's a very challenging one, because it's not really clear. I mean, for example, if you go to what do they call them? Samro and the other one, I forgot the name now. They basically have this whatever guidelines that they put there as well, in terms of, you can apply for whatever license, you can apply for this. If you are a DJ, you can apply for. If you own a club, you can apply for this. A restaurant, you can apply for this, and you have to spend a lot of money for that license. And for me, it doesn't make sense. Okay, look, I don't mind paying people that created the content. Sure. I don't mind. I would gladly pay the money for the creators. I would do that anytime. But the problem that I have is that the police are out there to like just take everyone down.
And just to add on what you're saying, for me as well, it sounds like a double pay. That is to say,
it's a triple pay.
If you have
at minimum
paid to have the music.
No, but now they say that the music that you buy it for personal consumption.
It makes sense, but I mean, if
yes,
yeah, maybe in businesses like restaurant, like you say, Yeah, maybe it makes sense, but I mean, for some of the DJs that are doing this while are still at home,
And as a DJ, if you go to a place and you play, the place is paying. You paid for the music, and you're also paying now for you to play that music again. Fine, it's okay. But for me is that, guys, these rules are just messing everything up. You know, these rules are messing everything up. I understand that, yes, copyright, you own the material. You don't want people to be copying it. You don't want people to gain out of it. You don't. Then maybe have, you know, I mean, right now it's about how can we manage this? Then maybe you should have a different purchasing license for people.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, you're buying this music. What are you gonna do with it? Oh, I'm gonna be listening in my car. Okay, cool. You have to pay
discounted
50 rand for this album.
Yeah.
The guy that buys the music and they're gonna play it elsewhere, then charge them a different price.
Makes sense.
Because I mean, you know, the fact that you have to also, after you play the music, you have to go back to them and say, this is the music that I played, so that they can distribute the money. And I think these guys that run this organizations, whatever, I think they probably take something like 80 or 40% or something like that. Which doesn't make sense.
It's a sad case, man.
So it's one of those red tapes, man. Yes, fine, guys. Rules have to be there for whatever reason, but at the same time, I mean, if rules are in the way of progress, then that is a problem. At the same time, that also means that people that own the copy or people that are already ahead will always be ahead, because they will always cut everyone off. If the opportunities are there, but not everyone can have that opportunity, then something is wrong there. The next time you go to a club to play, they're gonna ask you, "Where's your license?" I'm telling you, they're gonna ask that when the clubs do open.
Yeah. No, this.
You know, you're gonna go somewhere to play at a park or something. They're gonna ask you, "Hey, where's your license? We want to see your license before you walk in." You know?
Yeah. So look, I see a lot of people are commenting and all that online. So I think it really talks back to them.
Yeah.
Even for just normal home use, I think some of the people might have experienced just your content being muted because a particular song has been flagged as someone else's content. Yeah, maybe call in and then just give us your experience around that and maybe your frustrations or.
Yeah, I'm reading. I'm reading.
I saw Paul. Also,
I'm reading Paul. Yeah, I'm reading Paul's comment there. I mean,
yeah, it's very important. Yeah,
she writes. Wait, Mpo. I'm sorry, I'm not sure if. Okay, but anyway, I'll just address you as Mpo. I don't want to make any assumptions. Anyway, so what I was saying is that yes, Mpo says they write poetry. They keep it because someone basically just published their
own work.
Their own work.
Wow, it's uncalled for. You can't.
so it's those things.
Sort of
when it's like me being a businessman.
Yeah.
You want to get into business.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, man, for sure, come, I'll help you out. But at the same time, knowing that I'm going to exploit you to my own advantage, So fine, it's rules. And I totally understand that we need to understand those rules before we actually get into those kind of platforms.
Sure.
We totally have to. I mean, if you're going to go out to play, yes, you have to understand copyright rules or laws, whatever. But at the same time, I feel like if the rules are not very clear,
There's a huge margin for error on this one. I can
Yeah,
tell you.
and at the same time, it means that you can basically be slapped with whatever because it's unclear.
Yeah.
You know, so anything that happens, it's basically going to be based on how a person interprets it.
And how you yourself interpreted the
Exactly.
the
You know?
copyrights.
But what's going to get you to trouble is not how you interpret it. It's about how the
how
other
it
people,
meant.
how the other people interpret it.
Yes.
You know. So, yeah, that's very sad to hear, Mpo. I mean, we as we look for opportunities, most of us are well aware that, you know, these kinds of things, they happen, and sometimes, regardless of how much you try to protect yourself or how much you try to, you know, make sure that, you know, you don't get exploited like that, unfortunately, the fact that it's another person on the other end, that is what makes it risky regardless. So it's about taking the risks. It's about, you know, willing to take a chance to trust someone. And, you know, even though you don't even know, obviously you can't know, but at the end you have to try, take a chance on trusting someone and hope that things don't work out. I mean, things don't go the wrong way, or things don't go the way that you hope they don't. But unfortunately, as much as you are a creator yourself, there's also vultures out there. That is just the truth. There are people out there who are waiting to take advantage of others.
It's work, yeah.
You know?
Particularly if a person just uses your material and they don't even endorse you. It's one thing to quote what you said.
Yeah.
It's another if I try to make it my own.
I
I
mean-
know there are a couple of politicians, I won't mention names, that has been caught multiple times, quoting other speaker and not endorsing them, to indicate that
Yeah.
I did not originate this.
And that is the biggest
that is fraud.
that is the biggest issue about copyright.
It's fraud, yeah.
You know, it's very dangerous.
It's one thing to use someone else's work, but it's another if you
Yeah.
you basically give them some sort of
And also also at the same time, yes, talking about using other people's work, it's not always legal to use other people's work.
it is not. It's not.
Apparently,
It's not.
it's not always legal. You can't just say, I'm going to use this person's work and endorse it and say, no, I endorse this person. Yeah. No, it doesn't work like that.
It's not.
That is the danger of it also. I mean,
Yeah, actually,
it looks like you have to go to school for maybe, I don't know, maybe maybe a couple of months in order to actually understand this.
yeah, because it's not every day that this content is shared. It's very seldom where you will come across.
But in terms, this copyright thing is happening every day.
Yep. But what I'm
Every
saying
hour
is
it's happening.
the information is not as public as it should be. That's the point I'm trying to get across.
But yeah, but now you are raising another point. Is the information not there or not easily accessible, or is the information there but not clear to people, or are people just ignorant?
I see double problems now.
Exactly. I mean, there's a whole lot of possibilities there.
Yes.
Maybe maybe people don't understand what that information means.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Or maybe some people just don't care.
But they should.
Like, whatever, man.
But they should.
This copyright thing is gonna eat all of us anyway. You know.
Yeah. Basically, if I was tracing back to the origin of things like copyright, and I came across this one big, principle of the great chain of being, where actually this whole thing of owning information came from. It's like you say, it's never clear, but if maybe you understand its origin, then you can just see how complex it is. for you to be found guilty of stealing other people's work, even if you've never really sort of encountered that particular person's work. You know, maybe you just happen to think like that.
Yeah. So it's that thing. It's that thing that it's possible that two people can think
the same thing. But the great chain of being it is basically the beginning to say whoever owns, basically we are starting now to create ownership of knowledge.
Something that you think
yes
doesn't exist.
Yes.
Based on the limited information that you have.
No. It was a deliberate thing.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Based on the limited information that you have, you decide to say that because I said this, I own this.
Yes.
Without considering the fact that there's billions and billions of people out there. And I mean, don't quote me on this, but I mean, ideas are shaped by experiences. That's what I believe.
That is true.
And just because you thought of something doesn't mean that someone
has
else
never thought
has
about
not.
it.
I mean, if ideas are shaped by experiences, then the fact that we can have similar experiences means we can have the same ideas.
That is why in Africa we never had a copyright issue. It's seen as something that is non-existent for the simple reason that you've explained.
Yeah.
But now the idea came into being when the great chain of being was established and some guy, clearly he was in the business of stealing other people's content and making it his own.
And making it their own.
And that's why you find things like patents.
Oh man, that's one of the worst things ever.
Of course, yeah. So that's why a lot of people in Africa, they're going to find this to be a ridiculous idea. I'm not saying that's how it should be. I'm just saying from the schema of our people, the way that you say, some things are as a result of an experience.
I mean, also, fine, this copyright thing, the way that it works and whatever, I don't think that we should be adopting that. I don't think we should be adopting that mentality of cutting people off. I mean, I believe that we are a growing nation, right? And we should create opportunities for ourselves and for everyone else. But these red tapes that we are putting on the way, not only are they blocking those same people from benefiting from their creation, but they're also blocking other people from using opportunities that comes from those creations.
That is true. And also what it does, just to add on what you said, is it sort of speak against collaboration.
Yeah.
And it speaks against leverage. It was an idea that was formulated simply to bring about ownership, even of things like, just knowledge. So maybe let's open the line, hear what the other people has to say.
Yeah. Before we do that, there's some comments here that we didn't get a chance to read out. So we read top one.
Yeah.
We have one from Leo Soul. Leo Soul, how's it going, man? We haven't seen this man in a while. Leo Soul has once blessed us with a beautiful set of music in Cape Town. I mean, wow. Okay, anyway, let me not dwell into that. So Leo Soul is saying, interesting topic, Chance. Copyright on music is on the rise and most people are not educated on this. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna continue. Buying music online does not have rights for public playing. Yes, yeah. But to listen at home. Yes, indeed. Wasn't the DJ licensing trying to ensure that this does not happen. But again, the stream being used to have own regulations also. Yep. No, totally. We basically reflected on the first 2 or 3 points that you mentioned earlier. So now talking about the DJ licensing issue. So yes, I believe that it's supposed to, and from the sources that I actually came across, it's supposed to. But the problem is that you are here in SA, you have your live stream, whatever, and then you wanna, like, okay, let's just say live stream as an example, and you have the license. Surely you'll be able to submit it to YouTube or to whoever to say, guys, I'm actually allowed to play this music and whatever. But now, the thing is, will YouTube or Facebook actually recognize that license that you are getting from, let's say, Sambro or the other company? I always forget the name.
Yeah, see, most of the guys that we talk about something.
Yeah. So do you think that license, these guys will actually acknowledge it as a valid license for you playing songs of Snoop Dogg? They don't. I don't think they have a platform to pay Snoop Dogg royalties, first of all, or to pay Sony Entertainment, whatever,
Sure.
whatever big brand label it is. I think the process is just. I'm gonna go back to what I said earlier on. I think the process is just complicated. And it's been complicated, I think, also probably on purpose, just so that, remember, I mentioned this the other day from an article that I read also, that Facebook, they're planning to allow creators to monetize their live streams. And I think this whole thing started, well, it was there before, but it got worse immediately after that.
Because then it brings out the question.
Yes, because now
People are going to be making money.
the big labels are seeing that, hey, people are going to make a lot of money from our content.
Yes.
But no, we can't allow that.
You can't do that. You cannot.
We cannot allow that.
You cannot.
We have to stop their streams. And then at the same time, you know what? This is a great opportunity for our artists to actually make even more money, because they are not touring right now. They are not doing whatever events. So they can actually make money from their live streams.
Absolutely.
So
because before that notice of concerts and all that, this thing was there, but not as intense as it is today.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably the companies that are owning the content, they felt like you should try, because maybe the platform provider could see that they could get some percentage. If you as a DJ you're starting to make money on tickets, but then you realize that there's another portion of somebody who needs to be eating here that it has been excluded. So then you say, hold on, what's going on?
So that thing now brings out a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I mean, you doing a live stream and playing the music, fine. The songs are, it's their copyrighted material, but the art that you are creating there, that is your creation, that is your curation.
And I think it was also contributing back to actually the content owner in a way, because it's like, free marketing, free publication for them in a way, for people to start to know they exist. But like you say, I think the problem started when now there was another closed concert that was going to happen online. Then you realize it. But as a owner of the content, I feel that I'm excluded.
Yeah. So now let's say that, okay, fine, they stop they stop everyone. They stop all of us from having videos where their music plays in the background. So I mean,
It will be a sad. It will be a sad day.
what does it mean? And then now they're gonna have a concert. So we're gonna jump in and we're gonna be like, oh yay, here's a concert. Let's jump in, all of us, and watch. I mean, I think at the same time that red tape that they're putting is also closing more opportunities for them.
I think this thing is it's solvable in a very simple way. What's shared profit, this can be shared easily. Very, very easy. If everybody can have a percentage of the pie on a shared profit process, everybody wins and everybody will be happy. The problem is if things are run and you know there is a lot of greed, then that's when people are going to jump in and say, look, for me personally, because this is my content, you need to put a stop on it. I don't want your money. I don't want anybody playing my stuff.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. So talking about that,
And just by the way,
yeah,
you as a technology company, you cannot dictate how much I need to be getting.
no, of course, yeah. So just to like mention this, on YouTube, I saw that, for example, if you do a live stream or you do a video of your DJ set or whatever, there's actually a lot of options available in terms of what should happen when there's a match of someone's content.
Sure.
For example, me as someone that, let's say, I own a song and they've created like an ID for that song, which obviously they use that to match the song when it's playing. So for me as an artist, I can actually tell them to say, hey guys, or hey YouTube guys, hello. When my content matches, I would like you to take down that entire thing. Block it completely.
I'm actually sorry to interrupt you. I'm actually laughing because I just jumped into Leo Soul's comment.
Yeah.
Of all the players that I counted into, who needs to benefit, and he's like,
yeah,
some lawyer was sitting next to something somewhere and say, well, I think I'm part of that too. And he's right. He's right. I guess lawyers and institutions want to be a part of the pie too. And I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about them because it's something that is underpinned, and sometimes it can exist outside because it's law already.
No man, you are ahead. I wasn't even there yet. I wasn't on that comment as yet.
I think we should open the lines and let's just find out. And again, look, for people that are in Africa, this is something that is going to be very new and doesn't make sense because look, all the gospel songs, 99% of them
copy and paste
are a remix and nobody owns nothing on that. And once you start opening this, that's what I'm saying. This is a very European-centric way of thinking. It is. My man, when we were youngsters and whatever, we could somehow compose a song on the fly. And we can see that song change form in the next 5 years. With the other generation coming. Let's say maybe it's about soccer, whatever. We could always see the song being, composed further and further. And nobody has ever said, hold on, guys. So, yeah.
And, yeah, man, this thing is I think at the same time, it's discouraging for creators.
It is. It is. Look, this thing is the same.
Now there's this wonderful song that you feel like, hey, I want to make a remix of this song. But you're like, they are going to block my own account.
Blog
just
blog
for
is
playing
another thing.
delete.
No, blog is just the lowest form of it. You might get into trouble for doing that. legally.
Man, I watched some videos, guys, on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually,
Talk to me, man.
okay, this was like, it was so awkward and so uncomfortable to watch, but on YouTube about copyright. You. So they're explaining copyright and they're explaining how it works and they're explaining, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and afterwards they do like a couple of questions just to test your memory. So looking at that, I'm like, there's some stuff where they're like, you can be taken to jail. You can be, and I'm like, wow. This thing is actually being taken very serious.
It's the same.
Well, obviously it has to be taken very serious. I just mean like in terms of how they want to enforce it so much that at the end it might just cut creativity. Like people won't be allowed to create something and just put it out there. Like it basically what I'm thinking is that someday what might happen is that when you create content before you put it online, it has to go through some association.
Of course, for vetting. It's the same thing that you see on let's say on academics.
Yeah.
You can realize that your own typing, your own formulation has existed somewhere else, and as a result, you might get into trouble. You might.
Oh yeah. Actually, yeah, Leo. So I did read about something like that to do with Samro and the live streaming thing. It looks like they're still trying to figure it out themselves. And to be honest, looking at the rate that this copyright thing is actually hitting on people, I wonder how and what they're gonna do about it, because right now it's actually quite, it's on another level. Oh yeah, so he's talking about the live stream concerts where people buy tickets. Yeah, no, I also came across a couple of artists that have done that. It's amazing. I'm just not sure if they were doing it on Facebook or how they were doing it exactly, because I saw the link to the tickets, but I haven't really went and researched a lot in terms of how that whole ticketing thing works, or if it's actually related to exactly the same thing that we're talking about, where Facebook basically, that whole thing of monetizing live stream is actually started already. They're doing it, and a lot of people are already like just taking advantage of that.
Yeah, so maybe let's open the line to pick up from the other guys.
Yeah. No, I'm actually caught up with the comments here.
I see that. I see that.
Some really interesting stuff.
I was also just.
Man. For real. We take this very seriously. Yes, indeed. Everybody wants a piece of the pie. Yeah, Baseng.
But
Basically, that's what it's about. If you buy music, you must consume it
at your house
at your house. Put your headsets on.
alone.
You are not a club. You're not having a festival. If you want a festival license, you can buy that.
Stwana sare ntshiwa kwa ke bolado. So go re ra gore hela mo ka utlo re gona le gore go diriwa madi. Sengwe le sengwe sa change.
Yeah,
So what I mean is
yeah.
exactly what you said. This could have been a beautiful creation. This could have been a beautiful way of taking people's creativity, taking it from its level to a higher level, trying to make people break through. Maybe they will get an opportunity to meet with other people that see that. Look, I think when I look at this guy, his selection and whatever, I would like to work with him into the future. But now with this red tape, it just kills that. It's taking us back to medieval times.
Yeah, no,
It's mine and it's mine alone. Nobody can use it. Don't even look at how I draw a wheel. Because we came out of that age and we said, look, don't reinvent the wheel. Don't.
But now, basically, we're just repeating history.
If you're not paying attention, we're still just going backwards. Very soon, people are going to tell us that you can't speak English because it's not your language.
Eventually, we might get there.
Yeah, no, people that are speaking English on these channels, they need to start paying us.
You need to start paying for speaking English. Yeah. We might just get there.
Yeah, because it looks like.
What is your surname?
Exactly.
Your surname is not English.
Exactly.
Don't speak
So
English.
why are you speaking English?
Because they realize now that the market for English
For a language
for
exists.
this language right now, it's so,
So whether you paid for it as
Wow.
a tuition fee, it doesn't matter. It was paid for so that you can speak it in the office. It was for business purpose.
Yeah. When you're outside, you shouldn't.
No, you should go back. So man, it's taking us backwards. I think we're going backwards, man. I thought we were making progress, but
Yeah.
No,
I
we're
see.
going backwards.
I see. Francis, hey man, welcome. Yeah, no, Friday was crazy. Yeah. We had some really awesome time on Friday. Yeah, no, that. Yeah, man, that set was. I mean, we always try to have the best of fun here. So.
oh, is it Francis?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Tikedi.
Good evening, Francis. Good evening, Tekedi, and good evening
Yeah.
to everybody who joined in now.
The whole idea of copyright was greed from recording labels and exploiting artists by not paying even their royalties. Scammers.
Look, Ntsiyoki wa ke bolado.
Yeah, it's hectic, guys. I think for me personally, I'm going to dive in and do some little bit of more research into this to get even a clearer understanding than what I have now. So, I mean, I think there's a whole lot that we're dealing with here. We're gonna end up at a point where we probably maybe we can't even do a live stream. It has to go
No,
somewhere.
you
for
can
vetting.
make it,
They must
but-
listen to what we're talking about. and
But you can make it, but never sound like Martin Luther King.
it's gonna be a problem.
Never sound like some guy
Yo.
that has said that before.
Yeah. If you do that,
Then
you're going to
you-
Facebook
You
jail.
are censored. That's it. Period.
But hey, anyway, just as a reminder, guys, we are not saying that Facebook or YouTube or whoever is the problem.
No.
We're not saying that. We are saying we need to address these rules.
Or
They
at
are
least
stopping
familiarize
creativity.
yourself with them so that when you are confronted with them,
Yeah.
you don't feel like you are targeted.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't feel like you are being victimized. You don't feel like you are being pointed out alone. I mean, it happens to just about everybody now on Facebook, on some of these social media platforms. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't know if I should say this, but I mean, since I opened my mouth, I might as well finish.
Talk to us, man. Talk to us.
I've read that, there's ways to actually sort of work around it. Obviously, work around as in like do something illegal. So remember, copyright is more of matching. So it's about matching, not copyright. Okay, let me rephrase. Not copyright, but rather the algorithms that pick up content, they match based on the IDs that were created, right? For that specific content. So they match based on certain whatever rules that they're put in place. I don't know the details of that, but basically what other people do is to try and avoid their stuff being matched by the algorithm. They try to tweak stuff as they put them online.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be a sustainable thing as the algorithm improves as well. Because I believe that the algorithm at this point in time is still very much into its infancy.
No, but also remember, so the reason why I'm saying this is because there's some content that you can edit and you can put online. So one of the biggest issues now, or maybe one of the things that is not completely clear, is because the time when I was trying to gather some more info into the subject, I realized some people saying no, actually, if someone takes a clip of this, right, and they post it online somewhere, that is a violation of copyright. But if they edit it and put some special effects or whatever, some people, they say, no, it doesn't trigger those rules because it's not the original content. It was edited. Some stuff like that.
Yeah.
So now it's and also it explains why some people, like you would see some people doing a live stream, but their stuff does not get cut down.
Oh, probably maybe there's a lot of effects.
Maybe. Guys, maybe next time when we have a show and I have a mix, I'm gonna put whatever.
Yeah, but I don't think it's very sustainable. Like, that's just my opinion, man.
I don't know. Maybe, guys, that's what we need to start doing. Putting some effects, some crazy stuff. Yeah. That way, then they won't be able to pick up the
matching.
The matching content, or maybe they would pick it up like once in a while. Remember, they don't cut it immediately. It's like they have some quota.
No, that's what I'm saying. For me, I believe that it's still infancy.
Yeah.
On the other hand, is that maybe other people hasn't came forward because look, I'm not the guy who designed the matching or the pattern recognition. I'm not. But what I'm saying is, some of the people that are sort of creating music today, they don't really publish it. It's people that will be just sharing friend to friend type of thing. So such a creation will not be matched to anything. There's nothing to match it again. But as soon as people, basically the people that are composing, recognize that there is value that exists within the social media, I think then they will start selling their content or whatever way, whether they sell it or maybe submit it to be checked, to be matched again, so to say. So for me, that's how I feel, that some of the things are just not being picked up because, like you were saying about like the rap, the music and whatever.
Definitely there's stuff that obviously they don't have.
Absolutely.
In the database. Definitely there's stuff that they don't have. And not every content that you can buy or not every song that you can buy is in there. It's the people that own the content that actually go there and say, hey, I don't want people putting my stuff here for free.
Have you seen how people that create memes
Here's the
as well?
jail.
Have you seen people that create meme? If you start sharing their meme,
Yeah, it's a very yeah. You must
They
give
are
me credit.
actually
That's why
not telling you that.
no, that's why people that create memes they put their logo
Yes,
seven logos
Yes.
in that one
yes.
image
No, but
to make sure that you cannot copy and erase.
yeah, but for those people, I think it's people that are conscious about what they're doing. All I'm saying is, one guy comes up with a brilliant line, he puts it out there, and then he starts seeing people sending him his own.
Yeah, people sending you your own jokes. I think maybe some people, that's why this thing started. Some
Yes.
people get annoyed.
Yes. So it's gonna go there. Even the jokes,
guys, we need to stop annoying creators.
even the jokes. You know, I remember. I remember. I won't mention name because I don't want to get into trouble, right? But one comedian in the year, it was it 2000? No, I think it was just around 2009 before 2010, something like that. I went to this other comedian show, and this guy was just saying all the jokes that I know. And today that guy is so big. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, okay. But then I thought, okay, this was the conversation I had with myself, that, or maybe this guy cannot have enough content to run his, night. So
Wait. So the guy deliberately used your jokes,
some of them were my jokes.
but deliberately used them. You know them personally.
No, this guy doesn't know me.
Okay, but they know your pals.
It's like we were saying, MP. Experiences.
No. I'm trying to figure out if maybe there was some kind of word of mouth there where the jokes were actually shared with him, and then he decided to like make it their own. Or
No,
you
this
think it's
this
the
was
forces of the world.
no,
that
this
actually.
this was like the black jokes, man. The
Okay.
black jokes, they
Okay,
exist in
okay.
Limpopo,
The things
they
that you
exist
can
in
relate
Northwest,
to, yeah.
they exist in Northern Cape.
The experiences
Coming
that
back
we're
to
talking
that,
about.
and that is
Yes.
what we were saying, that
Yeah.
in Africa, that's why we have never had this, because we knew that knowledge can be originated by just about anybody.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there looking at this guy that was paid to be the comedian of the night and all that. And he was saying most of the jokes that he was saying,
It's things that you can relate
it's common knowledge for
to.
us.
Yeah. But when I didn't see them as big jokes.
Because they are so diluted. But then I thought, okay, this guy probably has got some guys in Northwest, Northern Cape that are also selling jokes to him to say, look, here's a joke,
It's a nice joke for you.
just give me something in return.
Yeah.
Because you are a brand already. I thought that is what was happening. But at the time, I was not conscious about copyrights as yet.
Yeah.
I just felt like this guy stole these jokes. It's like jokes like horses, man. A lot of people, they like...
and you that betrayal that you feel there.
Yes, I didn't even enjoy the show.
That's not funny, man.
Exactly. Exactly.
This guy is not funny at all.
Exactly.
I've had these jokes before, man.
There was this one joke of the apartheid time that the elderly people were sharing with me. Sometimes we like, okay, me, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna take a jog. And in the villages, it's like, nah, it's not really necessary. People are active. Then I'm like, guys, but why are you not active? Because now I don't think the way that they think, that to say jogging is just part of exercise, and if you're active, you don't need this.
Yeah.
So now, this elderly person said, in the past, if you were found jogging,
Yeah.
some boor can just stop you and tell you that guy is going to steal very far. That's why he's trying to run in that direction already. So when they stop you, it's not seen as you are just trying to keep active. No, you're not. Because that was
the problem.
Exercising was something that has to be done by certain people.
Yeah.
But you as an employee, you have already been active.
Yeah. Why are you
should
running?
be tired.
Running
Why are
from
you
what?
running?
Running from
it can
who?
only mean one thing.
Yeah.
Where you are going to steal is quite very, very far.
Yeah. That's why you are running.
This guy made that joke. Yes.
And I'm sure you get I'm sure you gave him the eye, like you know
I
the
couldn't
eye.
believe this.
You know the eye.
I couldn't believe this.
You probably give him the eye, like what?
I couldn't believe that. And now, if that thing can ever come up, I think I have a piece of the pie there
Yeah,
on that one specific joke.
yeah,
Yeah, that joke was said to me, and it made me laugh, because I mean, the people that were sharing it with me, they felt it the first time. And yeah, I saw somebody making, a good night for everybody with that. And look, it wasn't something that put me down or anything. But then I started to realize that our stories are actually the same.
yeah,
Because it was not a story about my elderly people, but it was a story about South African people in a certain point in time.
and most of us can relate to it.
But guess what? Just because now that guy has made that joke,
He owns it now.
you cannot.
Yeah, yeah,
You cannot.
yeah. It's his joke
You
now.
can't use that joke.
He rhymes it in his sleep now.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, Francis, man. Social media platforms should make some type of deals with artists and make us pay certain amount cash, and that way pay the royalties. Yeah. This is something that I believe is there already. For example, on Mixcloud, for example, they've got a subscription. I think here this as well has it, where as a live streamer or performer, you basically pay a monthly fee, and the music that you play, they've got that algorithm that picks up the content that you played, and that way they take most of that money that you paid, and they pay the royalties to the artists. That's basically how they do it on there. That's why most people are actually encouraged to use Mixcloud, because, well, when I say most people are encouraged, I actually mean that from my experience and my, the sort of knowledge that I got out there, I think as a DJ or producer or someone that does live streaming performance that involves music, I think Mixcloud is one of the platforms to look at, even though that whole live streaming thing is fairly new. But I think it's something that is worth looking at. There's going to be some issues, obviously. There's going to be some challenges there while they're busy maturing. But they've got some deals with the owners of labels and copyrights, and that this issue now of your content being taken down or muted, they don't have it yet, as much as I understand. So yeah, and I mean, YouTube as well has those agreements with artists, and I think Facebook does as well. I'm not entirely sure, but YouTube, I know that they do have it, which is why on YouTube, earlier on, I mentioned something about YouTube to say that you basically decide as an artist, whether or what should happen when your content is meshed. Either they must take it down, block it, or they can mute the portion of what's the portion
yours?
that actually that exists, which is yours in that entire thing, or you can decide to say no, it's fine. The guys can, or whoever posts my content is fine, as long as they're not making money out of it. It's okay. And if there's any adverts that play during that time when my specific content is on, that money for those ads should come to me. So that's how they actually set it up. on YouTube. I think they've got a very
Yeah,
good,
that's a sort of a share profit ecosystem
exactly.
there, which I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And Francis, you know, I just want to iterate on what you said, but I tell you that if you were to talk to Paul 2 months ago, he would have told you that, look, I think that we don't need to do that. Not to say that your suggestion is bad, but the very first thing that I heard him Paul talk about on this show was that perhaps maybe we should have platforms that are very centric to our own. That is to say, we understand that we need to make money. We understand that people need to be rewarded for their hard work.
Yeah.
But other little nitty-gritties, they take nothing from us. And if somebody is making a good content over there and he doesn't have billions of rands for promoters, and he can leverage from you as a DJ playing their content, that person can actually come to realize that the ecosystem actually sustains itself. So perhaps we should start looking at, you know, our own being. That is to say, we know that we are conservatives, and there are other means that we can still generate money.
Yeah.
So Francis, I'm just saying this so that we can have other new ways of thinking about the problems that faces as Africans in Africa, you know. It's a good platform, yes. I like everything about it, but what I'm saying is, imagine if in the next 6 months, coming 6 months, there's a new problem, and then it gets solved, and then another one arises, and then another one arises, and by the year 2030, you realize that this is not what I signed in for. But you have put so much of your effort to try and come to a table where you are not really welcome. So then it's pointless, you know? But yeah, for sure, there are a couple of guys that I know are busy. I can't really remember the guy's name, but he was a Nigerian guy that is building something that is, mostly video. So you can say it's almost something similar to YouTube. And yeah, so those type of creation, it's what I endorse.
Yeah, no, totally.
Because then it's not monopolized. You get my point.
Yeah, man. Leo Soul mentioned a interesting point there, that soon enough, there's going to be an international body that's going to control all of this to ensure that the platforms, producers, music companies, and lawyers are satisfied. Yes, I
of course,
I agree. And some these ones, yes, they're gonna be against it, but it's not gonna. I don't think they will win that kind of a battle. Not that I'm undermining them, but I hope that they do, and they are able to actually manage it. So, I mean, yeah, man. They will definitely try and want to be in control and want to whatever, but yeah.
But it's going to be like multiple standards that we have, for which we know that it's not our origin as Africans or Asians.
No, that's why he's mentioning it, that we're gonna have that, and it might just become a problem.
No, I get that. That's what I'm saying, that international. It's a word that is inclusive to even him. But the way that we know things unfolding, for us, we will be on the receiving end.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
What I mean is, if there has to be a standard, as we are going to adopt it, we are not going to contribute.
Yeah.
Our contribution might actually be just to satisfy, like whatever that we produce, let's say music. The consumers will be adhering to a standard that has been formulated already for us. That is to say, if you play music, these are the guidelines. This is what must happen.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly
That's
what
exactly what
your
he's
soul
saying.
is
Yeah.
actually.
No,
trying
but
to
what I'm
say
saying is what the word international, it's inclusive even to someone in Africa.
there. Okay.
But the way that I see this is just going to be either American or European. That's basically the point I'm trying to get across.
What do you call it? Semantics? What do you call it? What's the word?
Maybe like a schema sometimes.
No. I mean like what's that word now? It's like some details, man, that you look into, which like was not really
Yeah, he didn't put it blindly
semantics.
like that.
I think it's
Yeah, he
semantics.
didn't put it blindly like that. But
No,
that's what-
but I think we know what he means.
yes. That is why I said, look, just like many other standards that
Yeah.
we talk today about as if, we contributed to the making of such policies, such standards. And when you look at them at a finer detail, you realize that, look, we are on the receiving end. We did not contribute to this as people of this side of the world. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yep.
Dukes, yeah, man, this is also my most favorite show, man, on Sunday. I mean, damn, what else could I be doing besides maybe rock climbing or something? But anyway, this is also my favorite, man. Yeah, Francis, I mean, damn, man. But for me, okay, my opinion, well, obviously I've raised a lot of opinions, but now just to like sort of just go around this whole discussion, there's two ways to it. So the one way that I'm looking at it is that, look, we need to find a way to have some kind of a scheme or a process or whatever, where we know that content creators or producers, people that make the music, for example, where we know they benefit from their creation. And by that, I'm obviously talking about piracy. We pirate so much, guys. It's crazy. And sometimes, although it may just be because it's a great opportunity for the big corporates to actually see that advantage and be like, you know what? Because of piracy, we are going to implement these rules whereby we're gonna nail everyone.
Sure.
You know?
Now see where we're going.
Not necessarily having the rule because it's actually a best thing to have that rule, but rather to have that rule because if we have this rule, we can justify all the things that we're gonna do thereafter. So basically what I mean is, I think we need to also start supporting creators, start buying their music instead of copying their music. And I think the moment we start doing that, I'm hoping that the moment we start doing that, the artists will actually acknowledge and also feel that support and not put all those red tapes,
Yeah, no,
because they
you're
are
right.
benefiting
You're
as
right,
well
you're
in the
right,
process.
you're
Unlike
right, you're right.
Pirating someone's music,
Of course, yeah. They are
and
not
then
being rewarded
at
for
the
their
same
work.
time giving it to other people, and at the same time playing it and actually making money out of that,
It's
while I didn't spend a cent on that music.
It's not right.
So sometimes it's the red tapes that are put out there.
Are formulated because of a problem.
They are because of these problems. Yes.
I mean, there's a guy out there that's making more money than me as a creator,
Yeah.
and there is so much of my content going around the world.
Yeah.
But
But,
when
I don't have a single cent.
But when I look at exactly,
Does it make sense?
it's not an ecosystem. It's something is not right.
So, I mean, guys, those of you listening here, your artists, your DJs, Yeah, maybe we need to start buying the content and stop, passing stuff around, knowing very well that it doesn't help our fellow producers or creators. And yes, I mean we are still a developing country, if I may put it that way. We're still developing. Finance is really a big challenge for most people, but at the same time, most of us can actually afford to buy the music. Actually, we do afford to buy the music, but why are we not doing that? Why are we copying the music, but at the same time have a problem when the creators come around and say, I'm going to block everyone that plays my music? You see where I'm going with this?
No. I'm actually laughing because, everything that you said, I start to realize as well that, when you look at human behavior, you are speaking from a very moral point of view,
yes,
man. You get my point?
Yes.
But actually, people, it's a proven fact, would like to take a shortcut, man.
If you're able to get it for free, why not?
Yes, why pay for it? If you can have your weekend to add 2 days into it by taking leave on Monday, why don't you take leave?
Yeah. The next time, Leo, so the next time you go to play somewhere, they will ask you for your license, and they will also ask you for the receipt to show that you bought the music.
And just by the way, there might just start being new section that try to enforce that. You are out there playing, somebody walks in and you say, can we have a word with all the people that play today? Can you then just produce this?
Show us your license, please.
Yes.
License.
Or can we audit you, your validity?
Wait. Okay, I'm not laughing about this. License and registration, please.
Yes. Because we know it. We can click on a computer and we can see everything that you purchased. You don't need to tell us.
Yeah.
All we do is that, but we heard you playing Rebecca. We don't see her here. What happened? Can you explain?
Ish. Yeah, Leo, so totally, man. You see, that is the other point, We there's people that buy so much music out there, whatever. Fine, it's an investment for them. But anyway, let me read and finish your statement. Content buying has improved drastically, I believe, but producers/DJs don't make money from purchases, but rather from the performance, which is opposite in US and Europe. Tried the license thing, routing, and started my son, but this was stopped in clubs. Yeah, because even them, Samro, I don't think they also totally understand the model. This whole model of content and copyright, and also not trying to talk anyone down, but this whole live streaming thing is failing you. And if the rules are still based on the old legacy way of doing things, talking about performance in the street and all of that stuff, they're enforcing that. But I went through their website and I realized that, look, I don't think these guys are up to date in terms of what's happening, unless it's something that they're working on in the background. Okay, fine. But at least I could have seen something that talks to today's world, and that way I could then say, okay, you know what, something is going to happen. But it doesn't make sense, for example, to start going to clubs and saying, hey, you need to close, cut the music and whatever. If you don't educate the people, I think one of the biggest things is education. Are the people educated enough? Do the people understand?
Is there an awareness?
Exactly. Is there an awareness kind of a program going on that makes people aware? The DJs that play the music, the landowners, the events managers or club owners or whatever, do they actually understand? Is there information kind of program going on out there, information sharing kind of a thing that actually sort of help out people to understand what kind of guidelines or what kind of behavior to actually expect? I'm just going to use the word behavior. If people are not educated, then we will still sit with the problem, and it won't change. But also at the same time, to go back to your point, Lioso, about DJs not making money from purchases, that is also another thing. That's also an issue. But at the same time, for me, that one, fine. I sympathize with the DJs not making money because of the challenges, because of whatever reason, because of maybe they don't get kicks, maybe they don't get whatever reason. But at the same time, I don't think it justifies, stealing. Let me use that word. I don't think it justifies stealing, And I'm not saying that's what you are saying. I'm just, I'm just putting it out there. I don't think it justifies it. When it comes to the business of making money, we all know that creativity comes first, and you need to put yourself out there. You need to, I won't talk about, there's no guidelines in terms of if you are a DJ, this is how you must, whatever. Maybe it's something that we need to have a conversation about and actually write an article or something about it to put some guidelines together.
But even to write an article, sometimes you must qualify.
If it's going to be read. Someone needs to qualify.
You have to qualify. And it goes back to that, to say some opinion don't matter.
Yeah.
Irrespective of how valid
or
contributing they are.
Because someone is going to say you must reference what you are saying.
Exactly. And just
how can I reference something that I just thought about
originate
to say, no, I want to do this?
And you must qualify. You must qualify.
And peer review.
Yes. That's why sometimes we just see a lot of clowns making their opinions because we don't know who has been writing for them. Passing the guys, they got papers, but what comes out of their mouth sometimes is disappointing. But he qualifies.
How though?
But he qualifies to have a public
We don't
opinion.
know what happened in the background.
We don't know. It's a sad word.
I guess we'll never know.
It's a sad word. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you very much for everybody that's listening. I think we should have a conversation. I think me and Mpobi spoke a lot.
Yeah, no, we
should open
sort of,
the line. It's almost going into 2230 minutes. So it's very simple, guys.
23.
Like we always do it. You can drop us your number, maybe in inbox, just to keep your privacy, and then we will do a reverse call to you, just so that we can maybe decompose this topic into just how you understand it, how you think it should have maybe been structured. Not to say how it is, but just your feeling around it as somebody that exists in the side of the world. Yeah.
So Francis, talking about purchasing and finding. Look, there's a whole market out there. So there's a whole market, and you won't find one retailer selling everything. That's how I'm gonna put it. It's a big market. There's a whole lot of different retailers, and each of the retailers has got their target market. And that way, the content that you find or whatever they have in their trays will tell you about that retailer and who they're targeting. So I believe that it's the same with music as well. You go to Traxsource, they've got a certain target market, and there's certain stuff that you'll find. But at the same time, also, it's what people upload to that website to sell. So there's certain people out there that don't believe that their content should be on Traxsource. Yeah, I think it's a matter of opinion. I'm not gonna dwell too much into that. There's a whole lot of platforms out there where you can buy your music. So yeah, I don't even want to list them because the names now are just running over my head, and I'm realizing, okay, if I try to remember all the names, it might, yeah. But yeah, I mean, talking about contributing to piracy, yeah, it all depends. It all depends how you see that. There's certain people that create content that they don't sell, they share, fine. But and also there's people that create content which is out as promo, whatever. Maybe you can buy it somewhere, and so there's a whole lot of dependencies there. But at the same time, I mean, for me personally, I believe in quality. And that's why I don't bother going to look at pirate whatever websites, because most of them, I mean, you don't really get the best of quality that you can actually get from like your Traxsource, your Bandcamps, and them. So yeah, some people download from SoundCloud or whatever. Also, I mean, it's degraded quality, but I mean, yeah, it all depends on the person, and also I believe that it says a lot about a person also.
Yeah,
I believe so. Guys, it's Sunday, 14th of June, 2020. Sunday night, chat night at home of DJs headquarters. Yeah, man, just one more day and then we are into June 16th. This is the month of the youth, guys.
absolutely.
Perhaps maybe you guys would want to chat about that a little bit before we end tonight's show. I'm not saying we're about to end. I'm just saying before we get to the end, I mean, maybe you guys want to chat a little bit about that, about the Youth Day. I mean, how this thing, how it affects you, how you relate, or rather, what does it mean to you,
And yeah, next time study the calendar, guys. See opportunity, there's some Friday there.
Yeah.
That's a holiday. Just start putting leave on Jan, Even if it's in September 24th. Put your leave in Jan, that's all I can say,
Yeah, man. I think also sitting here tonight and talking about all of this, this is a perfect example. When we were recording this mix on Friday, we got cut off, I think, 3 times.
Sure, it was 3 times, yeah.
Yeah, so the same mix is playing now, and we haven't been cut off once. And the obvious reason for that is because we are basically talking over the music. And yeah, as much as we like to throw in the bazookas and let the fire burn, sometimes we have to just, cut down a little bit on the fire,
Because you are running a risk of a blank screen.
Exactly, man. But yeah, man, hope everyone is still doing good. Talk to us, guys. Don't be shy. Let's just... Oh, I was just about to say let's throw in a little bit of bazooka there. Tux is watching me. He can see what I'm trying to do.
Okay, yeah. Tux, look. For me, I think when I read your comment there, I think it's very specific because it says, "What do you think? What do you guys think about what's happening regarding the killing of our sisters in the month of June?" I think that is a very sad case to begin with. I think it's something that shouldn't be happening, and I know it's a very sensitive issue, but I think we should also start to put everybody should start being conscious that some people are, even though they are men, they are also affected by it. If you're a man and you lose your sister, you start to see the world not as men, but the murderers that are doing these things. So for me, that's how I see it. I think we should start labeling things for what they are, for the simple reason that some people are just caught up into one dimension. What you intend as a woman to say man, some men actually they start to not understand what you say. So I think we should have some sort of a way in which we could label things for what they are. But yeah, look, in short, I think it's awful to see such happening, and I think maybe the government and us as men, we should start having these conversations more often, and look, we might actually learn one or two things, and stop the future happenings of the same thing. I don't know if you have anything to add.
Yeah, man. Tux. Obviously, that's a question. But I would like to sort of edit that question to make it the thoughts, same as you're saying, thoughts around what's happening regarding the killing of sisters/women. I won't mention June. I will just ask about the killing of women. Look, there's no way to justify this. There's no way to try and say maybe, to try and say perhaps, to try and say it could have. No, there isn't. And I'm gonna say this as as clear as I can without diluting the message. I'm gonna say it straight up. What the
Sure.
I think we need to grow up. That's what I think. I think as men, and not just men only, women as well, we need to grow up. All these killings, we are all contributing to those killings. And I don't want to try and point fingers, but both men and women are contributing to those killings. And that's why I'm saying we need to grow up. And when I say we need to grow up, I also mean that we need to acknowledge things for what they are. If people have got mental issues or they're unstable whatsoever, we need to address that head on. Because I believe that there's a whole lot of psychopaths, mentally ill people that are running around there.
Untreated. And MP, I think just to add on what you said, I would quote maybe a guy like Tupac, who said that I think it's good versus evil. Because if we start making this a man thing, we are creating unnecessary division between a union of men and women.
Yeah, no.
It's the very same thing that today we live in a world where humanity is now divided into color. I think it's a very narrow way of looking at things.
Yeah. No, but that's why I said both men and women, we are contributing to that problem.
That's the point I'm trying to make, to add on to what you said. When I said, I think people can understand that there is evil and there is good. And
Yeah.
let it be just good versus evil.
Yeah.
Let us not try to, while trying to solve a problem, create another one
Yeah. Yeah.
of division between a union that is man and
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
Let us not make the mistake that happened of there is one commonality that is humans, but now with the racists, it has become a black and white.
Mhm.
Whereas we know even within that, there has been a lot of white people that contributed to that. I think we should learn for things like that.
Mm.
To say, guys, there is murderers and there are people that are on the receiving end. Let's just all stand together, the people that are on the good side, to fight the evil. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Yeah, some good points there. I mean, just to like, yeah, not to reinvent, the world, but yeah, I think we need to start acknowledging. We need to start acknowledging when we see problems. We need to sometimes what we tend to do is take things for granted and also protect people. And this happens a lot in our families where people are protected.
I feel you.
People are protected. When there's issues, there's always a justification, there's always a reason. And now you end up having grown-ups that are basically not ready to be grown-ups. People that are unstable, going out there, I think that people need to be treated. We need to acknowledge when there's a problem. We need to speak out. Sometimes we laugh about these things. I'm not saying I laughed about it, but I'm just saying that sometimes we laugh about things that don't need to be laughed about. Sometimes people make memes, jokes, whatever, about things that don't need to be made jokes about. And for me personally, it tells me a lot about that person, people that would joke about things that shouldn't be made jokes of,
Yeah, it's
but also
it's
to just mention again, we have people that are sick out there. I'm not justifying or trying to make an excuse, but somewhere I'm starting to think that, we've got loose, crazy people, and they're not getting help because no one saw it as a problem. I read something the other day. Someone just wrote something which I shared online. Although that person was specific about women, but for me, I didn't see it that way. To being specific about women, basically what they were saying is that women are being taught to look for a man who's financially stable.
okay. Yeah.
While actually they should be taught to look for a man that's mentally stable. Something like that. But for me, I didn't see it that way. I saw it as people in general. People in general. We also have respect for people that are rich. To a point where when those people do some
Clownery stuff. Say it, man. A lot of people are clowns.
I want to say when they do some shit.
But the thing is, it goes back to that thing that I said. We have created a world where something qualifies and something is not qualified. And today, most of the people that qualifies will be people that has got money. will be even if the people are just really detrimental to our human progress.
But those
But
are
they can shape.
those are the role models.
Yes, they can shape the ideas of
Yeah.
how we should live, and I think it's wrong. That's just my view. I think it's wrong.
No, it's totally wrong. I mean, it's totally wrong.
It
So-
is wrong.
It doesn't make sense. You know. But now it's like we are that society now.
Yeah, but I think for the fact that this conversation that we're having, I've had other guys talking about it. I think it's just like any other idea that has been upholded by a couple of generations. But you know, if it's built on loose ground, it will fall. So for now, I'm starting to see that, look, for the fact that we are sitting here and both of us are agreeing that money shouldn't qualify to give direction on how we should live, that is already the cracks on that idea. So we might not see it, but I believe that eventually it will fall. That is just how I see it.
Well, let's hope that it happens very soon because I mean, look, this thing is similar to, well, it's not the same obviously, but that's where it starts. Abuse, you know?
So
That's where it starts. And for some people, it's, I don't know if maybe it's a lack of imagination or what, but for some people, they don't grasp the idea of abuse, you know? And sometimes, you know, sometimes there's this notion that you don't have to experience something to understand it, you know? But sometimes actually it looks like for most or for some people, that is what it takes. They want to experience. They want to be Thomas.
that's true.
You know?
That's true. That's true.
They want to experience something in
That's
order
true.
for them to believe that this thing is painful.
Yeah, no,
You
no,
want to
that's-
see someone close to you being abused for you to believe that abuse is real and it needs to stop because
you are now directly affected by it.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that to quote something that I also saw online also. That just because something is not a problem to you, it doesn't mean that it's not a problem.
Exactly.
You know?
But sometimes that's what I was saying, MP. Sometimes people don't see that because of the way that we are defining the problem.
Yeah.
And for me, that's one thing that I see in a lot of people.
And actually,
manner in which-
not to cut you off, ne?
Sure.
Actually, I agree with you there because I think maybe last year or before, sometime actually, the manner in which this whole abuse thing, this whole killing of women thing came about, and the way that it was put in front. I'm not justifying anything, but I felt like
The problem is not defined properly.
I felt like I was, but okay, what have I done? Why are you basically just dumping this on me like I did something, you know, that kind of thing. Not necessarily to say that I don't want to be, but rather, okay, you don't have to make me feel like the guilt and take the burden,
Absolutely.
you know,
absolutely.
of what
Absolutely.
people have done and want to make it my burden.
Absolutely.
Rather try to understand whether I understand the problem or not.
Yes, but don't.
Yeah, and sorry, and at the same time, I need to understand, I need to decide that, look, this is wrong.
Sure.
Sometimes you can try to convince someone that something is wrong, but because you don't give them a chance to see it, to see that it's wrong, it basically it will just not go anywhere.
Yeah, no, for sure. So yeah, look, it's exactly that. For me, the way I have actually came to see the world is that sometimes, we, in our attempt to sort of solve a problem, recreate another one, and that's a wrong way of solving issues. The second thing is that you start to realize that the problem has now changed to a certain narrative. I mean, if there is a deliberate exercise to separate a union that is a man and a woman, and something like that is posted out there, if you can recognize that, it's something that is very, very disappointing for people that believe that men and women have to be together for us to go forward. It is very disappointing. But if other people's intent is just that, is the content will reveal that actually.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's a lot of sad people out there
That wants to make
who will take an advantage.
Yes.
Who take advantage of a situation like this
Thank you very much.
to basically
Push your own
their own narrative, agenda,
Yes.
whatever. So it
So it goes back to that, man. It's good and evil. That's just what it is.
Crazy, yeah.
It's yin and yang.
Yeah. Oh. Tux, what are your thoughts, man? I mean, you opened up something very deep here, man. It's a deep wound. I mean, you need to, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts in this? Let us know, man.
Yeah.
And everyone that's listening, obviously, guys, let us know what that means to you.
That's why for me, I'm looking forward to see a holiday that is very inclusive of everybody. Like a global humanity day, where we can see that we don't have to be in boxes. What Father's Day about the fathers. It's a good thing, yes, but if really it's about celebrating goodness and all that, for me, I believe that there should be one that is inclusive of everybody, young, old.
Sorry, I see you, Tux. I'll try to patch you on here. Yeah, man, I'll try to patch you in so you can have you can share your thoughts. I'll patch you in a moment. Yeah, man, you were saying.
Yeah. So for me, I was saying that sometimes I see that we come out in a world that when I look at it, some of the ideas that build that world, I feel that they are not really sustaining us anymore. It was a world of ownership. It was a world of me, and no one. And now I see that, look, the world is now at a point where we realize that we are sort of one, and a collective is better than one. So instead of having these boxes, let's rather add another one inclusive holiday. And if we can feel fulfilled with that date, we can just somehow not do with the other ones. That's just my wish and my opinion. Yeah.
Let's try to get Tux on the line. Try and patch him here quickly.
Well, following. What last time?
Hey, Tux.
Later.
Good
How's it
evening,
go-
Dukes,
how's it
and
going, man?
welcome to Home of DJs Sunday Chat Night.
Good evening, guys. Always a dope show on a Sunday, because we need this type of conversations anyway, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Awesome, man. How you been, bro?
I've been good, my brother. Just been busy, nothing much. You know, lockdown's been treating us well. On my side, to be just to say, because in terms of it's a lot of time just to work on some productions that I was getting from guys, features, you know. But at least, man, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah,
So we can look forward to some bazookas.
Yes, I've got something for you. Don't worry, I'll send you a link tomorrow of the latest EP. Don't worry.
All right.
Great stuff.
Awesome.
Great stuff,
Awesome.
great stuff.
Awesome. Do that, man. Bless us.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No,
man. The elephant in the room.
Yes. Hey, there's a big elephant in the room, my brother.
Yeah.
I don't know what made me actually just to raise up this issue, you know.
Eish.
But regarding what's happening, you know, social media and our sisters,
Yeah.
and it's not only South Africa, only, you know, our brothers as well as states as well, you know.
Sure.
But I kind of feel like it's been hectic in the space of a week that we've lost a lot of sisters.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, that's
And it's due to us, exactly as Amajita, who are doing these things, because especially the story about this girl, Uteho, that she was 8 months pregnant,
I saw that.
and then
painful.
the boyfriend decided to do what he did. And then the explanation was like, well, I wasn't ready to have a child, you know. That really touched my heart, you know. So I just thought, I could just raise that up as well, because I kind of feel like we don't protect our sisters enough.
Yeah,
know.
no, sure.
Yeah, because you get to a relationship with someone, and relationships, you have fights. That's part of a relationship. But as a man, you should know how to handle certain things, you know. If you know that we have an anger issue, you should know as well, because you won't find out just in day one.
And get
No,
help.
You're right.
Yeah.
And get
You
help.
don't just find yes. Yeah. Also, there's help, you know, clinics to stay off in Zinjalo. But I kind of feel like what happened during this week, it was really, it actually touched me like really, really hard, my brother. I don't lie to you, you know. Because there was a time when I found out about the way that I was trying to do something, like I was trying to start a production, but I couldn't do anything just for 2 days because
It's very disturbing. Yeah.
it was really disturbing, you know. And you found that, but more stories came out after that, and we did not know what was happening, you know. So that's why I asked that question. When do you know? Because I mean, we are friends, right? As much as I want Majida, you know, and he girlfriend as friends as well. But you know, sometimes a girlfriend they can't go up to you. Actually, she won't go up to you. She'll go to your friend. But now, when do you know that it's a red flag? That now it's a friend. Now that's coming back to say there's a problem that's happening here. When do you actually now take a stand? Buddy, this is what's happening. This is what I'm hearing. You know, it's not about size now.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know, it's not about it because we always take our both sides. Yeah, because that's the guy code. You know.
Yes.
But a guy code, when exactly?
Yeah.
Should we see our sisters suffering, dying? That's why now we actually now try to take a stand. Whereas now this person is no longer. Yeah, my brother.
Yeah. Only then.
So
like,
that's-
okay. We
yeah,
need to
that's
stand.
all.
We need to.
Yeah. So my last question, that's when I was asking, when do we know it's in Samajita? That we need to listen
Yeah.
and hear exactly what's happening in the relationship.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this thing now goes back to the whole thing of men like the fact that we don't really talk about our emotions, you know. And one of the things that I read online somewhere, some article, is that when it comes to people that do those kind of things, most of them are psychos. You know, it's people that we sit with every day, and someone that you see as the happiest person ever. But when they go to the other side, it's another person altogether. You know?
Yeah, but I wouldn't actually say they are psychos, my brother.
No. By psychos, I didn't mean to label them as whatever. I just meant to.
Yeah.
I just meant to say that
it's something that is hard to
it's
identify.
It's something to identify. Exactly.
I think that's what you're going to.
It's something. That is very difficult to pick up. That something is going on here. You know, the reason why I use psychos or I use psychopaths is because that is what they specialize in.
Yeah.
You know, so the behavior that we see is not different from that. They can easily hide those things. You see this person as one person now, but when they meet to someone else, they're a totally different person. And when that partner comes to you and tells you, this is what this guy is doing. This is how he talks to me. This is the thing is, sometimes what I think happens also is that some of these ladies or women, they are also scared to actually tell their friends, because by telling their friends, it means that guy is gonna find out, and when the guy finds out, they don't know what the guy is gonna do. You see that? That's why earlier on I was saying we've got sick people running around untreated.
Yeah, and
Kafa's finished it for me like that.
Yeah, and I think sometimes as well, man, it's just a question of words are failing me. But the thing is, if you Tooks, you talk to me about certain or you hear me talk about a certain friend, and you know that this guy is not good for this guy. Let's forget about the relationship as yet.
Yeah.
And then you start to realize that, look, this guy is so blind to even see this guy for what he is. So you try to warn me to say, look, but Kay, I feel that so and so, bro, you need to check out. And I stand my ground and I say, no, there's no such thing. By the time it happens, you know, it's like a bit of a contradiction for me to go back to you and say, you know what, I think you were right. Because at first when you were presenting me with the information, I was very resistant. So in relationships, I think maybe sometimes it's about that, you know, the guy is painted to be so good and all. And now the ladies, they might not necessarily be comfortable to go back and say, no, I think I was wrong.
Because, I hear you with them, but I think sometimes it all comes back of, we ukhola kuphi for the
Exactly.
Ukhola because you find that okay, you grew up with households, but okay, fine, your mother was being abused by your dad and all that.
For sure.
And then you witness all of that. But now you also have a say and the choice as much about ukhola to put a stop to that. You know. But now, especially in the location, because most of these things are like gas, you know. Just I don't mean just try to label the gas, but if we think about it, then the gas, you know, because now you get certain women. Not saying that, you know, putting a hand in a woman is a good thing, but now there are those certain women that, okay, fine, I'm used to this, but if I can shy, it does not love me.
Yeah, no, that's bad. That's bad.
You know, if you're shy, now you're tender, you know, but that's very dangerous at the same time.
It's very dangerous. There's actually people that believe that.
Yes.
There's people that actually believe that.
That's sad, man.
No, it's
some
sad,
they say it. I don't know if they actually mean it or if it's a way of trapping people. I don't know. But there's actually people that believe that. Oh no, if I can shy, it means that he doesn't really love me.
I can't.
No, guys,
because
It means he won't fight for me. That
Then
kind
I
of nonsense.
think those are some of the things that we should be talking more about.
It's crazy.
It's mad.
it's crazy out here, my brother.
No, it's not
And
right.
It's
It's
quite
not right.
It's
not
quite
right.
sad, yeah. Because as much as I was watching the show, my brother, but yes, I was enjoying the music, but there was this thing, but you know what, no, man. We always talk about music and stuff like that, but we never hit to that point. But no, man, this is what's actually happening right now, guys. So, especially on this crucial time, because now it's a lockdown, and then these things are happening at the same time. And another thing, but that's a conversation for another day. That you find that there were a lot of sicknesses that were happening, but ever since the lockdown came, those sicknesses just went away. Everyone that dies right now dies from COVID-19.
Yeah.
But that's another conversation for another day.
No.
Another conversation for another day. It's another day, but what's actually happening with our sisters, my brother, it's really, I don't want to lie to you, in Katakatsu and things like that, because, I mean, we have sisters, we have daughters, we have girlfriends, we have wives, and stuff like that.
We got mothers.
So, we have mothers, some of us, my brother, and you know that, because my mother told me one thing that, because I grew up, my brother, in a household where my dad was a bit, I don't say a bit, he was abusive, but there's one thing that my mother told me, but never hit a woman.
For sure, man.
And then ever since today, I've never done that. If I'm angry, I know that, okay, fine, my music, walk out. That's it. If I have my beverage, I'd rather go to my beverage. It's gonna make me happy. But just to summarize, my brother, or just to close up, I just wish that a lot of guys and whoever that is listening right now, if you're angry, I mean, take a walk.
Go to the balcony,
take a walk, man. Don't go to the book. Have a smoke. It's fine.
Smoke. Look at the sky.
As much as if you hook a pipe, Caesar. Because now, since we can't get the ones that we actually smoke, it's fine. Get that one. Just to relieve that stress.
Yeah, and if they need to, and if we need to talk, let me include myself. And if we feel that we need to talk to someone, we should talk to someone.
Yes, my brother. True that. Because the moment that you hold it in, it's a problem. It's a problem. The moment that you hold it in, I think that's where it comes up your and because
that's where the trouble starts.
That's where the problem starts, because the moment that you have one argument, everything that is piling up, small thing about you not wash dishes. Hey, it doesn't have to go to the killings, because Yogaland has been piling up.
This thing of holding back and holding back and holding back.
Communication,
because you don't talk to people. Talk to someone. And look, for me personally, I didn't believe in this whole thing of you have to open up and talk to someone, whatever feelings, for one mere reason only, because people exploit you.
Yes.
When you become vulnerable, people exploit you. Exactly. Exactly. And for that reason, for me, I was like, you know what? Maybe not. But then at least it's not situations where could lead me or putting myself or someone else in danger,
Yes. Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that when it gets to that point, we need to talk. We need to speak to someone.
Because that's the thing about us guys. I don't have to talk to anyone. I can hold everything back in. But whereas that thing backfires.
That thing piles up, man. It piles up. Eventually, it becomes too much for you.
But guys, I did not mean to raise this conversation.
No, man.
But I just had to.
Yeah, it's very relevant, man, because conversations
like this were bound to happen. It's not, it's not. I mean, trust me, this is just a start. We haven't even drilled into like the specifics, but this is a start now of a conversation basically. We just started now talking about this. This is just the beginning. We haven't even, you know, like the ice is still piled up. We haven't started. You know, it's just a tip. We are just at the tip. So we need to start opening up. We need to start talking to more people about this. We need to talk and talk. If it means we must have another show on Tuesday or Wednesday, I will arrange that show.
We have to have another one. Because I think the next one, if it's during the week, it should be should we bring back the death penalty?
Yo.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, that is deep. That is deep, man.
Now that's deep because I feel like that. If we have that, now people will start, you know. I mean, these are the people that actually give birth to us and give birth to our children,
you know, like
as well.
Yeah, one very simple thing, or not simple rather, but simple reason why that penalty is not there anymore is because innocent people were being killed.
Yeah. No, it's just for not just when we know back here, this is not just to anyone.
No, but that's the thing. Innocent people were getting killed.
And
that is the wrong. That is just wrong.
And it's hard to reverse.
Exactly, it's hard to reverse. And when you look at the history, the way that some things reveal themselves, there's so many people that actually got convicted for things that they haven't done.
They haven't done.
So imagine now if the death penalty was there, how many more people could have died? So it's a very
sensitive.
Yeah, you can use now the system to execute people that you want to kill.
Yeah, like you want to clean up somewhere, and then imagine, for example, take the US. Then the entire black race in the US, they could have killed all of them.
Yeah.
But they probably stopped the death penalty because if they kill all of them, then their prisons won't make money. So
yeah, true that. Hey, so everything's all about money right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, then the prison owners won't make money. So it's another story. It's messed up. But man, I mean, this is something that we need to talk about often. We need to break this conversation down. We need to engage, man. And if anyone gets irritated by this conversation being had too many times, that person, I dare them to actually raise it.
And then we'll be there as well, not to raise our own point.
I dare them to say that they have a problem with talking about this, or if they have a problem with Black Lives Matter. I would like them to raise it and tell me that I have a problem with you talking about Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
I will tell them straight that, you know what, I don't need to block you. I don't need to. You just go yourself.
Yes, yeah.
We don't need people like you in this platform. Simple as that.
Yeah, true that. You know? But Paul, now also talk about and thanks for the show and thanks for for this conversation as well. But I just want to let you guys know that next week I do have something to talk about as well, but I won't say it now.
Okay.
It's another need as well, but I don't want to go too much there when I'm trying, because I kind of feel like we have covered in those names. Thanks, guys, man.
Yeah, no, I believe that we just started. We just opened. Basically, I believe what we did, we just wrote in the front cover guideline or whatever you call it. We just wrote now that we basically just wrote the things that we're gonna cover in the book. So going further, it's page 1.
Page 1. It's just a page. It's still emojis. Here's emojis.
Exactly. So no, man. Anytime. I mean, any topic that you feel that is crucial that we talk about, we need to look into it, and thanks, guys, man. Let me just let you Cyphers have this cup of coffee.
Sure.
if
It's very
it's
cold, man.
coffee,
Yeah,
because
it's very
already has one.
Yeah.
Maybe Irish coffee, like, so like, who knows?
Man, I don't know.
Wanna keep warm, man.
I'm not gonna involve myself in that business.
You gotta get to keep warm,
No.
bring some energy into the show, so that takes a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate you
Nah,
pulling
thanks.
in.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Nah, thanks for
Yeah,
your time.
well,
with us. Yeah.
But the mix is already done. I was just doing compiling yesterday, so it's
Awesome.
not just recording. So don't worry, man. I got you guys.
Awesome.
So no, thanks.
Great stuff.
Yeah, thanks for
Awesome,
that,
man.
man. Thanks,
Take
guys,
care,
man.
brother.
100, man.
Hey, each other.
Sure, mate.
Speak with you about the health benefits of dance. Dancing is a low-impact activity. It can improve cardiovascular fitness and reduce the risk for diabetes. Dancing is good for our brains as well as our bodies. Ballroom dancing also contributes to mental and emotional health because it's artistic and romantic. Hope to see you soon on the dance floor.
Sunday night, chat night here at the home of DJs headquarters. Some really interesting discussions, conversation. We had here tonight. And yes, we believe that this is just tip of the iceberg. So looks like we really need to start having serious conversations, guys. Yeah, we need to start talking. We need to start, tackling those issues that are really out there, which most people are not really talking about, or they are. I don't know. But we need to have more conversations. That's our take, I believe.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think things that deserve attention, they're getting less of it,
Yeah.
and we need to contribute towards the information field.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so that we can start to realize that actually we are part of the way forward.
Yeah. And yeah, guys, I mean, as much as it's home of DJs, clearly the name is talking about DJs, talking about music. But we must remember, first we are human. So everything else comes after. So issues that affect humans, definitely they affect all of us. So some of the topics that we're going to talk about here, the things that we're going to dwell into, maybe things that are not related to music. But yeah, as humans, I believe that we need to be open to talking, having these conversations, asking each other questions directly. I think sometimes that's the best way to actually do it. If it was up to me, I would actually say let's get a round table, a much bigger one, and all of us we sit around it and we have a conversation like we are having here. Unfortunately, the time right now doesn't allow it, but the purpose of that would be to actually converse, and that's something that I would really like us to do. We need to talk. We need to ask each other questions. We need to challenge each other. But obviously, most importantly, with respect. But challenging each other doesn't mean we disrespect each other. That's something that we're going to talk about as well. To differentiate between those things, because there's a whole lot of confusion going on in the world. And yes, as a reminder, we don't know everything here, but the less knowledge that we have, we would like to learn from you as well. And we hope that we can also share some knowledge, share some light where we can.
Sure.
Yeah, man, I think we got to that time, just 2 minutes left.
Before the hour.
So yeah, guys, we just left with about 2 minutes here. So anything that you guys would like to suggest or talk about or comment on, whatever, please in the comments feel free to mention. That suggestion I made, Dukes, about having a conversation in the week, I'm seriously going to think about that, because I think it's something that we need to do. And it's something that honestly we've been thinking about for quite some time. So yeah, let's see what we can do there.
Sure.
Yeah, man. 2 more minutes.
Yeah. So guys, I think it has been a great night. We had a good time. We had some good response from you guys online. We appreciate that. It is what makes the show. And just on the second point, I think that is where we didn't really decompose it that much, because we're already running out of time. But I think we should just maybe start having a culture of receiving feedback other than criticism. I think that might be something that can help us move forward in a very positive way. Just to answer on some of the questions that Tux was asking. So I think many a times it just gets lost, because some of this feedback comes back to us as criticism as opposed to feedback. So good evening to good night everybody, and those that took leave.
Enjoy your day tomorrow.
You must enjoy your day tomorrow.
Thank you.
And the other ones, try again next time.
Yeah, man. Next time, guys, let's do better. Thanks, your soul. Yeah, man.
Sure.
Thanks, Dukes. Thanks, everybody. Francis, Paul, everybody that joined in. Thank you, guys. Wish you guys have a good night.
Ciao.
Yeah, man. Take care until next time. Next time is Friday, so don't forget, Friday night, dance night. And yeah, man. Ciao.
Out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a captain speaking. We have reached our destination. Thank you for traveling with us and see you again soon. Take care and bye for now.